everyone, this is Genesis Perolo. I'm here for our Student Spotlight series with Jalen Joseph. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem.
I appreciate it and I'm looking forward to it. So this is going to be a great conversation. If you guys don't know about him, let's learn a little today. So he is a Tri-7 student in our Doctor of Chiropractic program who is currently pursuing a Doctor of Chiropractic and a Master's in Business Administration from Parker University. He has a bachelor's in kinesiology from UTEP. Currently, he is the office assistant for our university's alumni department. He is a former D1 athlete who played football at UTEP from 2019 to 2022 as a running back. When he graduates in April, he will officially be the first doctor in his family. My goodness, so exciting.
That was a really good intro. That was really good. That made me feel good.
Hey, you made it happen with all your accomplishments, so you should be very proud of yourself. Mm-hmm. So walk us through specifically that moment when you were accepted to Parker University. What did that moment feel like when you heard that you were accepted here?
It was honestly wild because I've been exposed to chiropractic a little late. I guess you would say I was 21 when I was exposed. I'm 23 now. So I got exposed. I witnessed the benefits of chiropractic. So I applied right then and there. And then about 3 days later, I got my acceptance letter. And, I didn't know that's what it was at first. I just saw Park University. I was like, okay, cool. They probably sent me a pamphlet or something. So I opened it. Congratulations, Jalen Joseph. You've been accepted. So I stopped reading it. I stare off into the ceiling. I was like, no way. I look back at it again. Congratulations, Jalen Joseph. You've been accepted to the Parker University Doctor of Chiropractic program. You're eligible for scholarship, whatever. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy. I was like, okay, let me call them real quick. So I called Parker. I was like, can I get the registrar's office, please? Call them. And I was like, hi, my name is Jalen Joseph. I just been accepted. I got my acceptance letter. And it was like, hi, Jalen Joseph, congratulations. You'll start in January. Mind you, it's December. It's December. And they said, you'll start in January. I said, January? They was like, don't worry. The first couple of months are online. And then in try 2, you would have to come to Dallas. I was like, okay, well, thank you. I was still getting information from him, but I was like, okay, thank you so much. Hang up, call my dad ASAP. I called him. I was like, Dad, Mom, I just been accepted to a Doctor of Chiropractic program. They're confused because they didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of popped that up on them. And, so they're happy. They was like, we support you. We're proud of you. We love you. If you ever need anything, we're here for you and everything. So I was excited. It was a big ball of emotion for me. So.
It definitely sounds like it for sure.
It was.
Oh my goodness. But glad it worked out.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I made a great choice coming here. So
amazing. Mm-hmm. And then tell us about your personal experience with chiropractors in the past and what impact that made in your life.
Around middle school is when I started having really bad migraines. I used to have about 2 to 3 migraines a week. And that pretty much went all the way to I was age 21. And I started working for a chiropractor. And one day I'm working and the migraine comes. And usually when I have a migraine, I'm down the rest of the day. Like I need to go sleep it off in a dark room and everything. So I'll go tell him, I was like, hey, I'm not really feeling good. I've been dealing with migraines since I don't know how long and everything. And he tells me, he's like, okay, follow me. So he takes me into the adjusting room and he adjusts me. I feel like he hit every segment in my body. And if humans had a factory reset button, he definitely pressed it. Like he pressed it on me. So, so I'm just sitting there after he adjusts me and like 20 minutes go by and the migraine is gone. So to me, it's crazy because I've been dealing with these migraines forever and it takes the whole day away from me. He just made it go away in 20 minutes. So I was like, nah, there's something in this. So I go home, I research what is chiropractic. I'm looking at the philosophy. I'm looking at the benefits. I was like, yeah, I need to explore this more. So I enrolled and got accepted. So yeah, this is just a blessing to be here. I feel like it was kind of a divine intervention that it happened the way it did. And yeah, so just excited for the future.
I love that he drew you into it.
Yeah.
Wow. What a great experience you had.
Right. And I experienced the benefits firsthand, you know what I mean? So that was definitely, it was awesome. It was awesome. Awesome experience.
Love it. Well, in the future, where do you see yourself as a chiropractor? Like, let's say in the next 5 years, what people do you see yourself serving?
So in the next 5 years, honestly, I just see myself happy doing the things I love, helping people get better. I just want to be a beacon of health in whatever community that I end up in, right? And as far as people I want to help, anybody with a spine could benefit from chiropractic. So I'll take them all. I want to be very versatile and flexible in my ways of treatment. So anybody could benefit.
I love that. That's great, right? You have to have a variety of different clients to grow.
Exactly.
And then let's get into your parents' military background. So tell us what values that instilled with you growing up with parents in the military.
So I'll give you a little history before. So both my parents, they met in Korea. They're both stationed overseas for a little bit. And between the time of them talking, they found out they're from the same city, New Orleans. So a couple years later, then they tied the knot, they got married, and then they got stationed in El Paso. And then they had me and my little sister. So growing up in the military, it was kind of hard because both of my parents, they were deployed at different times. I remember one distinct time, my mom was in Afghanistan and my dad was in Kuwait. And at that time that they were deployed, it wasn't too good in both of those areas. So my grandma had to come and stay with us. She had to fly up from New Orleans and come and stay with us to watch me and my sister and my older brother. But it was definitely hard because it was like, I'm growing up, I'm starting to figure out who I am, but I need my dad here. You know, my little sister's growing up, she's starting to figure out who she is. She needs my mom. And, you know, it's we're still able to keep contact with them, like through the computer screen. It was almost like a FaceTime. It was through a secure browser or whatever. So, yeah, I had my mom right here, my dad right here, my homework in front of me. I'm trying to do my homework. My grandma can't help me because she's a little too far gone from school. And it's like, I could just feel the frustration and like I'm getting sad because like I just see my parents. I'm like, dang, man, when y'all gonna come back? You know what I mean? And that kind of happened multiple times growing up. But, you know, I'm definitely thankful for my grandma because she made growing up in that situation a little more normal for us. You know what I mean? And it was more doable. And what I learned from that situation was just be the light in the darkness and, you know, just make the best out of any situation that you're in. So that's definitely what I took from the military, being a military kid.
I love that message. And it sounds like it gave you a strong backbone too, for sure.
Definitely.
And then in terms of like biggest lessons you've learned from being a D1 athlete, getting into that, what do you think like those top 3 lessons are for you?
Okay. So I'll say number 1 was definitely discipline. It was a very strict schedule as a Division I athlete. Determination, you know, you got to be determined if you want to do this because the stuff we were doing, like summer workouts, spring, it wasn't easy. And the last thing that I learned from playing football was if you have a bad play, you could just shake it off and then go on to the next play. You know, don't try to reminisce on that play for too long. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that holds a lot of truth, especially in life. You know, things are in and out of your control. Not everything will go your way. But, you know, sometimes you just got to reminisce on it, sit on it for a little bit, understand what went wrong and how you could grow from that, and then just keep moving forward. And that's how I attack every day, especially in school, right? You know, if you have an exam, didn't go your way, didn't do as well as you hoped, figure out what you did wrong, grow from there, on to the next exam, on to the next day, on to the next week. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest takeaways from football.
You have to keep going.
Got to keep going.
Yes.
Got to keep going. Got to keep pushing.
And then overall, like, tell us about your experience as a former D1 athlete and just what emotions did you feel walking out of that tunnel to play? Like, what did that feel like? Okay. The emotions, it's honestly crazy because it's a big ball of emotions. You're walking out the tunnel, you just hear the fans just chanting, right? It's like you're excited, but you're nervous. You're anxious, but you're trying to play cool. You know what I mean? And it was at UTEP at that time, it was such a brotherhood. And it's something about trauma bonding that you just go through all these things with your brothers, with your teammates, and it just builds like a camaraderie around the team. It's like, I know you have my back. Like, I know if I mess up, you're gonna get on me. I know we're gonna shake it off. I know we're gonna go out there and play. I know you're gonna give it your all. I'm gonna give it my all. Like, let's go do it. You know what I mean? So definitely that brotherhood aspect of UTEP at that time was very prevalent, and it showed. I love that. Community, that's everything, right? I mean, it is.
It is definitely, especially the family aspect. You know, I still keep in contact with some of my friends, my teammates, families and everything, their moms and everything. So yeah, it's definitely awesome. And you know, playing Division 1, you start playing schools that you only see on TV. Like I played Boise State, Oklahoma, Texas, Tennessee. It's honestly crazy just being in that stadium. So yeah, it was awesome. It was nothing short of amazing.
That's so cool. Who knows if we probably already saw you on TV playing? We probably already did in the past.
Possibly, maybe.
That's so, so cool. And then, like, going back, let's say to advice when you were younger, what do you wish you would have told yourself, let's say at the beginning of like this chiropractic journey, like try 1 to like try 3? Like, what would you tell younger Jalen back then?
Okay. So younger Jalen was still kind of like, whoa, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Because it kind of happened fast. It was a lot of what ifs that I was telling myself, like, what if, you know, this doesn't go my way? What if this doesn't go my way and everything? And I would just go back and tell myself, hey man, you're doing great. You chose a great profession to jump into. And you'll help a lot of people with this profession. So just keep going. There's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, but just keep pushing. You'll make it. It's light at the end of this tunnel. So I think that's definitely what I'll tell myself.
And then what like keeps you like positive? Because I keep hearing like light, you know, bring that like joy into the room, be that person to radiate that. So what's kept that going for you personally, that positivity?
Just knowing, you know, I'm waking up every day. You know what I mean? I get, this is a blessing that I'm here. You know what I mean? The way I was exposed to chiropractic, I got to experience the benefits firsthand. I just feel like I'm meant to be here. This is my road. You know what I mean? So it's too much to smile about. You know what I mean? It's way too much to smile about. And you know, I just want to bring the best out of everybody around me. You know what I mean? Like I said, with the energy, if I walk into a room with good energy, everybody else is gonna have good energy. You know what I mean? So I like seeing my friends. I want us all to succeed. You know what I mean? I don't have any grudges. I don't have any beef with anybody. You know, I want us all just to be great and, you know, just be successful in the future. So that's really what keeps me going, you know. Yeah.
That's motivational right there. TEDx talk.
Definitely.
So good. And then in terms of like one last thing you want to leave with our audience, what is that one message that you want to leave with them today?
I would say that, you know, the Lord didn't put this idea in your head for nothing. You know what I mean? I don't think he would show us paths that we weren't meant to take. So the fact that you're here, the fact that you're open to learning about this art of chiropractic and helping people, that tells you a lot. And that just, if it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what I mean? But it's only a select few of us that come here and want to help people and want to learn about this sacred art. So you're doing good. You made the right decision. I'm glad you're here. I just, you know, I want you to be great. I want you to succeed in life. And, you know, it all starts here. So you made a good decision by coming here.
That was a great message to leave with our audience. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yes. And no, thank you for this conversation. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So thank you everyone for tuning in to today's Student Spotlight with Jalen Joseph. Comment down below something you took away, as there was a lot of golden nuggets during this interview. And till the next time, bye.
All right, goodbye.